Cirrhosis doesn't just come from alcohol. Many everyday foods can quietly damage your liver over time. At Eternal Wellness, we help you protect your health, starting with your plate. Today, we'll uncover 7 common foods that may raise your risk of liver damage. Knowing what to avoid could save your liver and your life. 1. Processed meats, e.g., bacon, sausages, deli ham, hot dogs. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats, which can reduce blood flow to the brain, promote inflammation, and accelerate memory decline in older adults. Why avoid this food? Numerous studies, including from the World Health Organization (WHO), have linked processed meats not only to cancer, but also to liver damage. These meats contain preservatives and chemicals that increase the burden on the liver, especially in seniors with already reduced liver function. Over time, excess intake can contribute to fat buildup, fibrosis, and eventually cirrhosis. Harmful habits to avoid: eating bacon or sausage as a daily breakfast staple, relying on deli meats for quick sandwiches. Healthy alternatives: use grilled chicken, boiled eggs, or baked tofu as protein sources without harmful additives. Recommended limit, if not eliminated, no more than 1 serving per week, about 2 slices of bacon or 1 sausage link, ideally replaced entirely with unprocessed, lean proteins. Worst time to eat it: dinner or late evening, when the liver's detox functions slow down, making it harder to process toxins and salts. Avoid combining with alcohol or high-sugar foods, which adds more stress to the liver. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Very common in breakfast menus, sandwiches, frozen meals, and fast food, often chosen for convenience and flavor, especially in nursing homes and senior diets. Seniors are more vulnerable to sodium overload and chemical additives due to weakened detox systems. Easy to swap out with natural home-prepared alternatives that are liver-friendly. 2. Packaged baked goods, e.g., snack cakes, donuts, cookies, pies. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors. Packaged baked goods are often high in trans fats, refined sugar, and preservatives, all of which are linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor blood flow to the brain, factors that can speed up cognitive decline and memory loss in older adults. Why avoid this food? These foods burden the liver with added sugars, synthetic ingredients, and hydrogenated oils, all of which must be metabolized and filtered by the liver. Over time, this constant strain can lead to fat accumulation, insulin resistance, and ultimately contribute to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, a key precursor to cirrhosis. Harmful habits to avoid: eating store-bought pastries as daily breakfast or dessert, consuming frozen snack cakes or microwavable pies loaded with artificial ingredients. Healthier alternatives: try homemade whole grain muffins, unsweetened applesauce, or fresh fruit with a touch of cinnamon. Recommended limit, if not eliminated, no more than 1 small portion per week, e.g., 1 small slice of cake or 2 cookies. Reduce total added sugar intake under 25 grams per day as recommended by the American Heart Association. Worst time to eat it: evening or late night. Spikes blood sugar and overworks the liver when it's in its natural detox phase. Avoid eating on an empty stomach, which leads to sharper blood sugar spikes and fatigue. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Found in nearly all supermarkets, diners, and senior care facilities. Packaged with long shelf life and often seen as treats, leading to frequent unconscious consumption. Seniors may prefer soft, sweet snacks due to dental or appetite issues, but these are often nutritionally empty and liver toxic. Easy to swap with natural whole food-based snacks. 3. Deep fried foods, e.g., French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, fried fish. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors. Deep fried foods are typically cooked in cheap oxidized oils and are high in trans fats and advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These substances increase brain inflammation, reduce cognitive function, and have been associated with faster memory decline in older adults. Why avoid this food? Fried foods are hard on the liver. They overload it with damaged fats and toxins formed during high heat cooking, such as acrylamide, a potential carcinogen. Over time, regular intake contributes to fatty liver, chronic liver inflammation, and eventually cirrhosis, especially in individuals with pre existing liver conditions. Harmful habits to avoid: eating fried foods as routine lunch or dinner choices, e.g., at fast food or diners, reusing cooking oil at home, which increases the concentration of toxins. Healthier alternatives: try air frying, baking, or steaming with healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil. Recommended limit, if not eliminated: no more than one small serving per week, e.g., a handful of fries or a small piece of fried chicken. Best to phase out entirely, especially for those with liver disease risk. Worst time to eat it: dinner or late at night. Digestion slows down and the liver is less active in detoxifying fats. Avoid eating with other fatty or sugary foods, which worsens liver overload. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Found in nearly all fast food restaurants, grocery store hot bars, and prepackaged frozen meals. Highly palatable, low cost, and convenient, making them easy to overconsume. Older adults often choose fried options for taste and texture, especially if meal planning is limited. Safer alternatives are now widely available and just as flavorful. 4. High sodium frozen meals, e.g., frozen dinners, microwavable TV meals, instant mac and cheese. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors: these meals often contain excess sodium, preservatives, and artificial flavor enhancers that can lead to high blood pressure, which reduces blood flow to the brain, a factor strongly linked to memory loss and cognitive decline in older adults. Why avoid this food? Many frozen meals are heavily processed and put enormous stress on the liver due to their high levels of sodium, phosphorus additives, and saturated fats. Over time, this can worsen conditions like fatty liver disease and contribute to the development of cirrhosis, particularly in aging individuals with weakened liver function. Harmful habits to avoid: relying on frozen meals for quick lunch or dinner, sometimes daily. Ignoring nutrition labels: many meals contain over 1,000 milligrams of sodium in one serving. Healthier alternatives: prepare batch-cooked whole food meals at home and freeze portions. Look for frozen meals labeled low sodium, 500 milligrams, and no added preservatives. Recommended limit, if not eliminated, limit to one meal per week at most. Choose options with less than 500 milligrams sodium and simple, recognizable ingredients. Worst time to eat it: dinner or bedtime snack. Excessive sodium may cause fluid retention, liver stress, and sleep disruption. Avoid back-to-back days of frozen meals, even if they seem low-calorie. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Extremely common in US households, over 70% of Americans use frozen meals weekly. Popular for their convenience, affordability, and long shelf life. Seniors living alone may rely on them as primary meals, unaware of the hidden liver-related risks. With label awareness, some options can be improved, but whole food remains the best. 5. Excessive added sugar in sweets, cereals, sweetened yogurts. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors: consuming too much added sugar contributes to insulin resistance, which can impair how the brain uses energy. Over time, this may lead to slower processing, poor memory, and a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease, sometimes called type 3 diabetes by researchers. Why avoid this food? High sugar intake forces the liver to convert excess sugar into fat, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. Repeated over time, this fat buildup can scar liver tissue, increasing the risk of cirrhosis. Additionally, sugar promotes systemic inflammation, which weakens liver function. Harmful habits to avoid: eating sugary cereals for breakfast or sweetened yogurt daily, consuming low-fat or healthy labeled snacks that are actually loaded with added sugars. Healthier alternatives: choose plain yogurt with fresh fruit, unsweetened oatmeal, and check food labels for added sugars of 5 grams per serving. Recommended limit, if not eliminated: no more than 25 grams, 6 teaspoons of added sugar per day for older adults, per AHA guidelines. Ideally, avoid sugary foods entirely in those with known liver conditions. Worst time to eat it: first thing in the morning, causes a blood sugar spike and crash. Before bed, raises nighttime insulin levels and disrupts liver's regenerative processes. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Found in cereals, flavored yogurts, sauces, breads, and beverages, even those marketed as healthy, easy to overconsume due to hidden sugars in packaged foods. Older adults may rely on sweet snacks due to reduced appetite or taste changes. Sugar intake is a modifiable risk. Reducing it can drastically improve both liver and brain health. 6. Alcohol, even in moderate amounts. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors. Alcohol affects the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory. In older adults, alcohol can worsen confusion, short-term memory, and reaction time, even in small amounts. Over time, it increases the risk of dementia and brain shrinkage. Why avoid this food? Alcohol is a direct liver toxin. As we age, the liver's ability to metabolize alcohol declines, making seniors more vulnerable to liver inflammation and damage. Long-term use, even at low levels, can lead to fatty liver, fibrosis, and eventually cirrhosis. According to the CDC, 1 in 3 liver disease deaths in the US is alcohol-related. Harmful habits to avoid. Daily or weekend wine, beer, or cocktails, even if in moderate amounts. Believing red wine is healthy without considering liver condition. Healthier alternatives. Drink sparkling water with fruit slices, herbal teas, or non-alcoholic botanical beverages. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. 0 drinks per day is safest for those with liver issues or over 65. If not eliminated, limit to 1 standard drink per day. Max 3 per week, with 2 to 3 alcohol-free days. Worst time to drink it? At night. Impairs liver detox function and disrupts deep sleep, which is essential for memory. Avoid drinking with fatty or fried meals, which increases liver strain. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Alcohol is widely accepted socially, and many seniors drink out of habit or for relaxation. Moderate. Drinking is often underestimated. Serving sizes matter. The liver becomes less efficient with age, making alcohol much riskier. Cutting alcohol is one of the most effective steps to protect the aging liver. 7. Canned and processed foods with additives, e.g., canned soups, packaged sauces, instant noodles, shelf-stable meals. Main harm to brain and memory in seniors. Many of these products are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and chemical additives like monosodium glutamate, MSG, and phosphates, which may disrupt neurotransmitter function and impair concentration, memory, and mental clarity, especially in aging brains. Why avoid this food? These foods often contain high levels of salt, artificial colors, and preservatives, which stress the liver and slow its natural detoxification process. In the long term, regular consumption may contribute to liver inflammation, fatty liver disease, and eventually cirrhosis, particularly in seniors with reduced metabolic resilience. Harmful habits to avoid. Relying on canned soup, chili, or pasta as daily lunch or dinner. Choosing instant or pre-made meals labeled quick, ready in minutes, or microwavable without checking ingredients. Healthier alternatives. Choose low-sodium or no-salt added canned goods, or better yet, cook fresh meals in bulk and freeze them. Recommended limit, if not eliminated, limit to 1 serving per week, and only use options with low sodium, kit 400 milligrams, and no artificial additives. Worst time to eat it. Dinner or before bed. High sodium and preservatives impair liver detox during sleep. Avoid combining with other processed snacks or sugary drinks, which compound liver stress. Prevalence in the US and why seniors should be cautious. Extremely common in senior housing, care facilities, and homes due to convenience. Shelf-stable meals are marketed as easy and affordable, but often nutritionally poor. Easy to overlook the ingredient list. Many appear healthy, but contain multiple liver-toxic compounds. Reducing processed food intake can significantly lower cirrhosis risk and improve energy and clarity.